Do you like sewing and embroidery? Today, we will show you some ideas for sewing arts and crafts that even a beginner can handle. And for starters, let's transform a boring t-shirt. Roll up the sleeve. Secure the fabric with a hoop. Draw a triangle with a pencil. Mark 2 smaller triangles with dots. We picked blue thread to contrast with the pink fabric. To start, embroider small triangles. Make a couple of short stitches inside. Make the outline of the large triangle in the center with 2 large stitches. Sew several parallel stitches at an angle. Embroider closed eyes with eyelashes on the rolled up sleeve. It doesn't take long until your clothes are decorated with the cutest unicorn in the world. Apparently, if a girl embroiders a unicorn, she'll meet her true love very soon. Let's check! For the next idea, take a skein of green yarn. Cut the yarn into pieces. Fold the long piece in half. Take 2 small segments. Put one of them under the thread and lay the second on top. Pull the ends of the threads through the loops. Tighten the knot. Make another pair below. Continue to tie the central thread. Follow the direction of the knots so you don't break the pattern in the middle. Lower the threads. Trim them to shape it into a leaf. Brush the threads with a fine-tooth comb and unwind the edges. Decorate the center with a string of pearls. The result is a unique pendant for a bag. Tropical things are so trendy right now. So this juicy palm leaf will refresh you and add bonus points to your style. And now take a canvas on an embroidery hoop and draw a plant with leaves on it. First of all, let's sew the outline of the stalk like this. Stitch the middles of the little leaves. Follow the direction of the stitches and embroider the middles of the leaves with a dense satin stitch. And now take a needle with a yellow thread and a flat comb. Apply it to the fabric and make stitches, passing the thread through the teeth of the comb. Turn the comb over, lifting the threads. Trim them. You just made a beautiful and magnificent flower. Let's embroider a striped bee next to it. Use a pen to make a blue loop. Wind the loop with a thread. And remove the comb. Put a stitch through the loop to make wings for the bee. Our picture is ready, and the busy bee is flying to collect nectar from the flower. It looks very cute. For the next idea, you will need a fork and pink thread. Pass the thread between the first tine and second tine. Next, wind the thread around the tines like this. Moving from left to right, repeat the movements with the thread. Do about 15 to 20 full turns. Cut the thread and leave a small piece. Put it through a needle. Turn the fork and hook the whole column of loops on the needle. Tie each of the tines one by one. Remove the piece from the fork. Pass the needle behind the outermost hole. Put the thread through the loop and tighten it. Do the same from the other side. You made a delicate petal out of thread. Make 5 more petals. Sew them together. Sew a bead in the middle. Done! Now take a pin back. Sew the flower to the pin. The result is an elegant flower brooch. And even beginners can make it themselves. And now we will show you how to decorate an old jean jacket with some embroidery. Apply a template of a fox face to the pocket. Transfer the pattern to the fabric. Fasten the piece of fabric with an embroidery hoop. Embroider the upper part of the face with an orange satin stitch. Make the bottom of the fox white. Sew a hat and a bow with red thread. Make the nose, eyes, and mouth with simple stitches, tightening the black thread well. How cute! This barely takes any effort at all, and your old jacket looks better than ever before. Besides, you'll definitely be the only one with such a unique fox. For the next idea, draw flowers on a canvas and get some toothpicks. Fasten the toothpicks to the flowers. Place them crosswise. Take a needle with an orange thread. Sew fabric from the back side. Wind the thread around the toothpicks. Make more rows. Secure the knot from the inside. Now, take some red thread. Fasten the orange thread to the fabric with large stitches. Now that the threads are sewn down, you can remove the toothpicks, but the flower still needs a middle. Use yellow thread. Stitch the fabric and wind the thread around the point of the needle. After winding enough, sew a loop. This is called a French knot. It looks like a curly floral center. Decorate the whole middle of the flower with knots. Make 2 more flowers the same way. Embroider the stalks with back stitches. Fill the leaves with a green satin stitch. What could be better than flowers blooming right before your eyes? The bright summery design pleases the eye and warms the soul. And now let's share an idea of embroidery on thin organza. Insert it into an embroidery hoop. Take a piece of canvas and pins. Lay the canvas and pin it out. Thanks to the canvas, embroidering on the delicate fabric is much easier. Use blue embroidery thread to create a little cloud on the canvas. Shade the cloud with pale blue highlights. With the help of tweezers, unravel the canvas. First, pull the thread vertically. Then, carefully remove the rest. Sew a smaller cloud the same way. Draw a balloon with a pencil. Stitch the outline with thin gold thread. Fill in the balloon with colored embroidery thread. Decorate with a golden decorative cord. Fasten a cute yellow bow above it. Done! It looks so beautiful! Airy organza, fluffy clouds. It's more than just a picture, it's a masterpiece! For the next embroidery idea, fit a piece of canvas into an embroidery hoop. Draw a plate and cutlery. Get some black embroidery thread. Go over the outlines of the plates with large stitches. Then sew the drawings of the knife and the fork. Take thick yellow thread. Make large random stitches in the middle of the plate. To make the picture 3D, grab the stitches with the needle, pulling out the yellow spaghetti a little. Keep embroidering until a full portion of spaghetti is on the plate. Make a big stitch in the direction of the fork. Do not tighten the thread. Wind the pasta on the tines and cut the thread. Decorate the dish with a tomato made out of a red button and thread. Mmm, delicious pasta! I'm honestly sad that it's not real. The pasta embroidery is ready to decorate your kitchen. And now we will tell you how to decorate a jean jacket collar. You need a satin ribbon and a needle. Mark the fabric and embroider a snowflake using white thread. Thread the ribbon into the needle. Twist the second end of the ribbon and sew it. Tighten the knot. Sew the snowflake in the center. Hook every other thread to stretch the ribbon in a circle. Try not to stretch the ribbon too much so that the flower is more 3D. You made a lovely rose! Now take a piece of yellow ribbon. Sew the center of the flower from the back side. Wind the ribbon around the point and sew the middle part again. Decorate the collar with large and small flowers. Fragile roses on rough denim look really great! Sometimes your favorite jeans get torn in an unexpected place. Fortunately, we can fix it. Use thick pink thread. Draw a heart around the hole with a capillary pen. Secure the place of the picture with an embroidery hoop. Begin embroidering from the center of the heart. Move the center to one edge first, then to the other. At first glance, the embroidery is ready. But that's not all. Starting from the lowest point, sew the pattern with horizontal stitches. If you hide the threads in a checkerboard pattern, you can create a wave like this. Now the heart is ready. Let's start repairing the loops that's torn off. Fasten it to the heart using a button. You just repaired your torn jeans and gave them a touch of tenderness and romanticism. Did you like our embroidery ideas? Let us know in the comments about which one you can't wait to try. Give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss the most interesting things on Troom Select.